Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Living Corals here with a little bit of a different video. I wanted to make an in-depth video. This is going to be a 4-part series on in-depth, covering starting off from the sump back there and going over the lighting, going over the dosing down here, and what livestock I have in the tank right now, and some kind of struggles and battles that I've been through with this tank as far as diseases and dinos and things like that. But I do want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing to my channel. We're almost at 800 subscribers, which is crazy to me. So if you like the content and you want to continue to get notified, click that little bell below to get notified on my 4-part series on in-depth. Please let me know if you have any other questions, maybe some things that I don't cover now. I can make another maybe additional part 5 on answering questions that you guys have. But once again, I'm going to make this a 4-part series video on just in-depth on the Red Sea Max Nano G2XL, the corals, and just a little bit of everything. So thanks for watching, and here we go. All right, everybody, we're starting back here with the sump. Pretty cool little view from up top, but I'm going to go over the Nano mat fleece roller here. I'm gonna go over the protein skimmer and also my dosing and the UV sterilizer that I have back here, and also the heating that I have back here as well. So if you have a similar setup and you know, maybe I can change some things up, I'm always willing to learn. I learn every single day. If you think, like for example, we'll get there, but I know that my heaters aren't in the right position. But starting off back here with fleece roller. Now, I did upgrade pretty much everything that you could with the tank as far as the fleece roller, the sensor, and the ATO as well. So starting off with the fleece roller, there are some pros and there are some cons, just like everything. So some pros is that it does a really good job. Going on to the cons, that it maybe does a little bit too good of a job. So I never really turn the fleece roller off unless my nitrates are sky high. So I never really turn that off. But another con about the fleece roller is that these little fleece roller, rolls there, they do get a little pricey, $15 to $20, and you do have to swap those out. I think I go through mine maybe once every 3 weeks, but it's also obviously dependent on the livestock that you have down here and the waste that they're producing. So I just get mine off Amazon. There's an off brand that I get, and I actually even think that they work better than the Red Sea, to be honest with you. So if you want that link, just let me know below, but it is Amazon. I just typed in Red Sea fleece roller and rolls, and then it popped up right away. So it's not by Red Sea. So pretty straightforward as far as the Nano mat. I do get questions about the flashing light here. So if the middle is flashing, that means that there's something wrong with the sensor. Either your water level is too, actually I think it's only one reason why it flashes in the middle, is if your water level is too high. Now if your water level is too high, you go to your skimmer and you pull this lever up. Once you pull this lever up, the water that's coming out of your skimmer into the roller mat, it will lower the water level, so your sensor is right in the middle, or where it needs to be. So check the Red Sea app to where that's at, and this will stop flashing. So I often get questions on, hey, how do I stop micro bubbles, or how do I stop this middle light from flashing? Well, you're gonna do that by messing around with the skimmer. So sometimes this valve as well, you have it too tight or you have it too loose. So you do have to find that right median where you are producing a skim just like that. Now it's not skimming the way that I preferably like, but that's just right for me. So once again, if I want to mess with how much bubbles I'm producing in the skimmer, I'm gonna pull this lever up, which I can't because it's already all the way up, because it's at the right level. But you see it there, the bubbles are coming out of that skimmer. So if you're having problems with a fleece roller, just remember to mess with the skimmer, and you have to play around with this valve that will take away the micro bubbles as well. Kind of going on over here, moving on to the right, is what do I have back here? So I have both of my heaters hanging from the back of the tank. Usually the heaters go under the skimmer, so I didn't do that, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure why I didn't do that, but this is working for me. I have the sensor for the temperature over here on this side, away from the heaters. Now I obviously did that so if you have the sensor right next to the heater, then it's always going to be reading high because it's producing heat. So I moved it over here. These are my dosing pumps, and once again I'll get in a little bit more depth on the dosing back here as well. And then I did have a question on what UV sterilizer I have back here, and this is it. This is I believe it's 7 watts, and I got this on Amazon. I'll put the link below if you need it, but it's just right back here in the sump. I just kind of throw it in there, and it should fall all the way down to the bottom, and that's where I have that. So you could be dealing with a lot of noise as well if you have this much stuff back here, because the return pump is all the way down here. So I have mine just kind of 3/4 ways down here as well. So that's a UV sterilizer that I have. Once again, you can take a look at it. It's a circle one that you can get on Amazon, and I have it placed just right back there in the water. It's not in the water right now, but I'll fix it. But it's pretty straightforward as far as my setup back here. One kind of off-topic thing as well is that you want to make sure, if you have bio balls or any media or anything like that, I have some Chemi Blue back there as well. One mistake that you can do as a new reefer is swapping that all out and getting all your good beneficial bacteria out of the tank. That's what grows these corals, is that beneficial bacteria. So make sure that you're not doing that. If you're doing GFO or anything else, make sure that you're not swapping all that stuff out 100%, because you're getting rid of your beneficial bacteria, once again, bacteria. So make sure you're not doing that. I made the mistake of doing that, and the corals did not like that at all. And yeah, the fish didn't like that at all. So if you're going to be swapping any of that stuff out, make sure that you do it in small increments. That's huge, kind of a big topic. I want to emphasize that quite a bit. So changing, there's no reason why you should be changing the bio balls or any media in there. So that pretty much covers the back sump here. Once again, if you guys have any questions, let me know on that. Now, moving on to the next video.